Chosen Family by thwip Trickster88. His father is sharper than ever, polished and whetted, a razor blade that Harry isn't sure how to handle anymore. And when did it become this way? But he has Peter. Harry can't remember a time where he didn't anymore, and he's so grateful for it. They sit on the balcony over the Osborne penthouse, licking popsicles in the waning sun. Ninth grade starts in a little less than a month, and Peter turns to him, eyes wide, almost comical behind those darn glasses of his. What if everyone's mean in high school? Everybody's mean in the movies. Harry sighs and rests back on his palms, looking out over the city. He can't imagine anyone being mean to Peter Parker. But kids can be cruel, and Peter is sweet. Harry has known these two facts since the beginning. Those are movies, Pete. I'm sure it won't be that bad. For you, anyway. Once you ditch me for all your super cool new friends. Peter shoves him good-naturedly and ends up leaning their shoulders together. Shut up, Harry. Jeez, you're my best friend, you dork. Oh, I'm the dork. Harry presses a hand to his chest in mock affront, and Peter snickers. But he's worryingly the popsicle stick between his teeth, and his knee is bouncing, always anxious. Did he ever relax? Harry's insides might be soft, but Peter's are softer, and Harry has always protected them. Certified grade A doofus. Harry lets them lap into silence until Peter caves with a quiet huff. I'm scared, Harry. Me too, Harry says evenly, and Peter smiles at him slowly, shy and thankful. He reaches over to take Harry's hand, like he always has, like they're 5 all over again, and if he notices the way Harry's cheeks tinge pink, he doesn't say anything. Peter has always been the braver one of the two of them. What? Harry stares at his father, gobsmacked. Norman is unfazed as Harry struggles to keep the panic from choking him. He sips whiskey from a crystal glass and eyes his son critically. You're going to St. Norbert's, Harry, and that's the end of it. But why? Why can't I just stay here? Midtown is a great school. Norman shoots him a look of crushing disappointment. It makes him feel like a whiny child. Maybe he is, but New York is his home. His father wants to send him overseas to an English boarding school, so far away from everything he's ever known. Norman's gotten rid of every piece of Emily, barring the singular one that he can't. Except, of course, he can. I'm thinking about your future. You need to get into a good college, the best college. Oscorp is going to be yours one day, and you have to be ready for that responsibility. A pause for another sip. This is not up for discussion, Harry. Harry can tell his father's patience is wearing thin, but he presses anyway, because the tears are prickling at the back of his eyes, and it feels like a prison sentence with no end in sight. But this is for your own good, Norman snaps, his words as sharp as his edges, bitterly cold like ice. It freezes Harry's argument in his throat, pushing them down, down, down. Norman is a hard person to love, and a harder person to fight with. It's time to grow up. Norman does not ask, "Can you do this for me?" His mouth a hard line, stubborn and commanding. His eyes say, "You will do this for me." And Harry is 14. He is not a child. And he is quiet. Peter cries harder than Harry does at the airport. His face is puffy, red, magnified by those ridiculous glasses. Harry sniffs and wipes his nose on his sleeve, nodding along to all of Peter's ramblings, that he'll call him every day and send him letters and care packages, and they'll hang out like all the time, whenever Harry comes home from break. He doesn't bother Peter with his speculations of how he might not be coming home for breaks. It would only make him sad, frustrated, and Harry has always tried his best to protect Peter from that. "I'm going to miss you, Harry," Peter murmurs to him, arms tight around his neck, and Harry buries his face in the jut of Peter's bony shoulder, eyes aching with tears. He nods, unable to speak, and Bernard touches his shoulder gently. They have to go. They have to get in line for security if they're going to make it. Norman does not show up to enforce his iron will or say goodbye to his son. Harry cries on the plane all 7 hours. He cries on the train from the airport to Spalding, and he cries in the van that appears to take him to the school. He cries in his dormitory, curled around a pillow, and he cries the following morning at the breakfast table, uncaring of the looks he gets from the other boys. At the tail end of breakfast, when Harry's sniffles have finally trailed off, there's another wave incoming. He's sure of it. His laugh feels like an endless ocean, the type of despair only being 14 can bring. A severe-looking teacher stops by the table with a package. Harold Osborne? She looks down at him, over horn-rimmed glasses, and Harry nods silently. She deposits the mail next to his barely touched breakfast without further comment, and he blinks at the brown paper packaging in confusion. Harry opens it, biting on his lower lip until he can't anymore, because his mouth has dropped open. It's a beautiful Prismacolor set and a thick sketch pad tied together with red string. There's a note written on paper, ripped out of a composite notebook, and Harry knows who it's from before he reads a single word. Harry! How's your new school? Is everyone nice? What's jet lag like? What's England like? You have to tell me everything. Ben helped me pick these out for you at the art store. I saved up my allowance for them. I hope I got the right stuff. When you come back, I want you to show me everything you drew, okay? Miss you already, Peter Parker. Harry smiles, eyes wet, but this time he doesn't cry. Peter Parker has always saved him from tears. St. Norbert's isn't as bad as he thought it would be. The uniform is starch and itchy, making Harry pull at his collar constantly, but it's bearable. The food is so-so. Harry misses Bernard's cooking, misses making waffles with Peter and Ben on Sunday mornings, waiting for May to wake up after her late-night shift at the hospital. And the kids aren't mean, exactly. They don't bully him outright, but he sits alone, always, ignoring haughty whispers that float over his head. He does not belong here, and everyone knows it.